Hey buddy, it's your old pal Scott, and this is Let's Talk Tabletop. Wargamers come from all over the world, tons of different cultures and backgrounds and opinions, but there's one thing that needs to be kept out of wargaming completely if you want a healthy gaming club. Let's dive in. For a little bit of background, I've been running my gaming club for about 15 years now. And just as the person that organizes it and contacts everybody and makes sure everyone gets games and things like that, running demos, etc. And I've learned a lot of things that need to stay out of a wargaming club for it to run smoothly and for everyone to get along. And the number one thing you keep out of a gaming club is politics. Especially in this day and age when some people are very strongly opinionated about their politics and will go so far as to quit being friends with people over politics and not just agreeing to disagree. It's really best if you keep politics out of your gaming club altogether. And the reason being is that people read books, play video games, watch movies, watch television, and hobby, like wargaming, to get away from all of that. It's a fantasy, it's escapism. This game is for fun. It is for rolling dice and telling a narrative story and all of that. And it's really best if people can forget about all of their problems, whether it be economic, political, social, any of those problems. So, over the years, we have had and still have many people in our gaming club that are very one way or very the opposite way. And we know that those people would not get along if the topic of politics was broached. So at any point, when politics are brought up in our club, I have no issue whatsoever of shutting it down as quickly as possible. And no, I'm not some terrible tyrant that doesn't allow people to talk or whatever in my club. But on the other hand, I think that wargaming is a great bringer together of people. And just like any hobby could be, video games or whatever. And the best way for humanity to get along and all of that is to be exposed to different types of people. And wargaming or other hobbies like that can do that exact thing. You meet some guy at the club, and you guys hit it off, and you guys are friendly, and you never discuss politics, and you play each other for 2 years, and it never comes up because you're smart enough not to bring it up. And then eventually you discover that this person who is a very good friend of yours is actually on the opposite side of you politically or religiously or anything. And then you realize, you know what? Maybe there's more to people than just what the letter next to their name is when they register to vote, or the symbol on the back of their car they put a bumper sticker on. Maybe there's more to people than that. Maybe this guy is actually a really great guy, regardless of whether or not I agree with him politically. And agreeing to disagree for the sake of a friendship is a beautiful thing, because you don't have to agree with each other. You really don't have to. They have their opinion, you have your opinion, and neither one of you are policymakers. Neither one of you are religious leaders or anybody in a position of changing anything. You guys can probably just agree that life is hard and everybody has a rough time at some point. So the best way to do it is to be a good ambassador for your side, your religion, your politics, whatever. Be a good ambassador. You want to walk in the room and everybody likes you, not knowing what affiliation you are. And then when they finally discover it, then they'll be like, hey, you know what? I don't usually agree with that group, but he's pretty cool. And that's exactly how you get your point across. It's not screaming, it's not slogans, it's not any of that in your gaming club. There's times and places for that, but it's not at the table. At the table, people just want to escape for a small amount of time. And I understand that some of you may live in a prison of constantly making everything political. I understand that some people just unfortunately are a victim of that and cannot escape it, and everything they see or hear is seen through a political lens. I know many people in my personal life are this way, and it sucks. It sucks for the person because they're trapped in this prison of, oh my gosh, everything has to be looked through this certain lens. And it also sucks for the people around them because, yeah, they also are kind of forced into looking at things through a certain lens when, it doesn't have to be a certain way or the other. It just is a game. Just play the game. That's what's awesome about fantasy and sci-fi, is that you can detach yourself from the different modern day problems that you have. And yeah, 40K universe has problems, but they're not your problems. You know, you both can go, haha, well, that's terrible, right? Grimdark. And you can both agree on that. And I think it's an amazing thing that hobbies such as wargaming can bring people from vastly different backgrounds, vastly different age groups, and all of that, bring them together and expose them to each other so that they can have friendships outside of all of the nonsense of the real world. And like I said, you'll never change anybody's opinion of politics or religion by screaming at them or holding signs or anything like that. But if you're a good ambassador for your group, whatever it may be, um, even like a filthy Tau player, I hate Tau. And I hate their players. No, I'm completely joking. But look, your friend you didn't know all these years was secretly a Tau player. And you've seen him play Grey Knights, you've seen him play Imperial Guard, you've seen him play Tau, but at his heart, he's always been a Tau player. And no, honestly, that's probably still a deal breaker. Okay, that is the one line that I won't cross, is having a friend that plays Tau. That's probably true. No, I'm joking. I have many friends that play Tau, but the point is that if you can let people see you for who you are as a good person and a fun opponent and a friend and just an all-around great person to be around, they're not going to know all the other things about you. And when they finally discover it, you've been able to show them that not everybody of your particular persuasion is bad. And that is actually how you come to an agreement and you change hearts and minds, is going, you know what? I've never met a Tau player, but this guy's pretty cool. This Tau player is pretty cool. And that's exactly how you do it. So the best way to keep a gaming club running and to make your friendships last forever is to ignore politics altogether, because both of you are likely in no position to change it anyway, and all you're going to do is ruin a friendship, and you are the loser in that case. You will lose a friend. And statistics show that men used to have like 7 friends in the 1970s, and now we have like zero point 0.5 on average, where a lot of people have no friends at all, and some people have one friend. And this particular hobby is a good way for adults to make friends outside of work or whatever. So I think we need more friendships. I think we need more understanding between players. I think we need more just letting things slide over, water under the bridge. I agree to disagree with you. And you know what? That's fine. Let's go play some Warhammer. Let's go roll some dice. Let's go do some role playing or whatever. And I think that's really a beautiful thing. I think that's the civilized thing. I think that's the mature thing to do. And I really wish I got to see it more often. But in my club, as for me in my club, we do not discuss politics. And I will shut it down if somebody starts getting political, regardless of the side. I've got people that, are one side or the other, and they've all at one point gotten a little political and they start saying something, and I go, "Hey guys, let's not discuss that. Let's not get into it." And they already know my policy on this, and then they immediately just kind of and they just quit talking about it, because they know. They know I don't want to hear it. They know nobody wants to hear it. Play your damn game and have some fun, okay? Let me escape for just a little while. Let your opponent escape. Let him get into this Ewok village and see if he can hunt Darth Vader or whatever. Just let me have some fun that isn't the real world, okay? This is the one place I don't have bills, okay? And you know what I would like to hear in the comments? Is a bunch of people replying that they agree with me and that they have friends of vastly different backgrounds or opinions or inclinations, and you guys get along just fine because of wargaming. Please, I would love to see some of that in the comments, because that is what life is all about. Hopefully the comment section isn't just a complete dumpster fire, but you know what is not a dumpster fire? My beautiful, sexy, good-smelling Patreon patrons. That's right. They are wonderful people, and I greatly appreciate every single one of them, especially Jordan. Jordan's a good guy. I'm really happy to have him on board. So, also, keep in mind that my Mass Brutality game is out, as well as Brutal Space, Brutal Epic, and Brutality Skirmish War Game. Just keep those in mind. So, you can find that at brutalityskirmishwargame.com, and I will see you next week. Let's keep the comments civil, people.